Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about the recent announcement that Binance made today about listing the Beta Finance token sale on the Binance Launchpad, right? So the announcement reads as follows. Binance is excited to announce the 21st project on Binance Launchpad, which is Beta Finance or the Beta token. The token sale for Beta Finance will follow the Launchpad subscription format with the recording of user BNB balances starting at 30th of September, which is tomorrow, from 0 a.m. UTC. So Binance will record user BNB balances for 8 days from 30th of September to 8th of October. The final BNB holding amount for each user will be determined as an average of the 8 days using the daily average BNB balance calculation previously announced here. So this is an announcement for for the new Launchpad project called Beta Finance, which is going to happen for 8 days starting from the 30th of September to 8th of October. If you hold BNB tokens on your Binance account, you are eligible to participate in the Binance Launchpad platform for this particular token, right? So the Beta token sale information is as follows. The token name is Beta Finance or the Beta token. Launchpad hard cap is about $3 million. Hard cap per user is supposed to be 20,000 USD worth of Beta tokens, which is about 333,000 tokens. Total token supply is 1 billion tokens, so quite a bit of a token supply. Total token allocation to Binance Launchpad is about 50 million, which is about 5% of the total token supply. And the public sale token price is aimed at 1 beta being 6 cents, right? So when we talk about price prediction for this token, we will take this into account along with the potential market cap of the token immediately after it's listed on Binance. And the total token sale format is going to be based on subscription, and only BNB is going to be used, right? Usually on Binance Launchpad, they have either BNB or BUSD, but mostly it is BNB alone. So similar to that for this platform as well, it's going to be BNB only, right? Which is going to be used as a payment for purchasing these tokens. So here we'll go through some of the subscription timeline. So the preparation period will be from 30th of September to 8th of October, which we already covered before. During this period, user BNB balances will be calculated in hourly snapshots for each day over an 8-day period. So during this 8-day period, they will take a snapshot of users' BNB holdings on an hourly basis, which means the longer you hold, the higher the chance of you getting a decent draw in this. Your final average daily BNB over these 8 days will determine the maximum amount of BNB that you can commit later on. So based on the amount of BNB that you're planning to technically lock, like a soft lock on the Binance platform for 8 days during this period, will determine how much of a maximum BNB allocation that you can commit later on, right? The subscription period is from 8th of September to, I think it's from 8th of October to the 8th of October, 0 a.m. to 10 a.m. UTC. This is basically where you can subscribe to participate in this Launchpad after the 8-day period. So after the 8-day period, people will be invited to kind of like buy this token, and that period will happen through the subscription period, which is from 6 a.m. To 10 a.m. UTC on the 8th of October, right? Subscription will open for this time for all eligible users for a 4-hour period. Users must also sign the token purchase agreement at the same time prior to committing their BNB. So if you're committing your BNB, you have 4 hours to commit your BNB within the subscription period, and you would also need to sign and submit a token purchase agreement prior to committing your BNB, right? Please note that only committed your BNB will be locked, and you will not be able to redeem or access any other functions such as transfer, withdrawals, or trading until final token distribution. So again, Once you have committed your BNB, you need to be very cautious that you will not be able to do any form of activity because your BNB will be locked, and you can only perform any activities with your committed BNB after the total is distributed, right? So that's something that you guys need to pay attention to. The calculation period is again from 10 a.m. UTC to 11 a.m. UTC on the 8th of October. Subscription closes and token allocation calculation begins. So this is the period when the total token allocation calculation will happen. Final token distribution will happen at 11 a.m. UTC on 8th of October. So your final token allocation will be calculated, and the corresponding BNB will be deducted from your already locked BNB amount. Once deducted, your beta and BNB tokens will both be transferred to your spot wallet. So again, once you have committed and you signed off on the token purchase agreement, after the calculation period, you will get your beta tokens distributed to you, and this will happen at 11 a.m. UTC, which will provide the final allocation to each and every wallet based on how much BNB they've committed. And depending on how many days or how much BNB you committed during that period, you will only you may probably get a portion of your BNB deducted to purchase the beta tokens, and the remaining BNB along with the beta tokens will be returned back to you in your spot wallet, right? So this is basically the overview of what the Beta Finance Launchpad platform looks like. So let's go to the Binance research page for Beta Finance. So what is Beta Finance? Beta Finance is a cross-chain permissionless money market protocol for borrowing, lending, and short selling crypto assets. Again, it's a platform that allows for pretty much the same functionalities that we are already familiar with, which is lending and borrowing, and it also enables short selling of crypto assets. So if you want to short a particular token, which is if you bet that a particular token won't perform well in the future, then you can short sell it, and Beta Finance allows you to do that, right? So Beta Finance's mission is to offset volatility and facilitate healthy mainstream adoption of DeFi by individuals and institutions. The protocol has built an integrated one-click short tool that allows DeFi users to initiate, manage, and close short positions with accessibility to all tokens. So again, right off the bat, Beta Finance's main mission is to focus on offsetting volatility and facilitating a healthy growth opportunity through DeFi, and also offers this service not only to institutions but also to every individual, right, who's using the service. They have an integrated one-click short tool, which is a unique tool that they are offering from their platform that allows DeFi users to initiate, manage, and close short positions with accessibility to all tokens. Again, they're trying to have a robust set of tools in order to facilitate one-click shorting, which will help you to short conveniently and manage your short positions for multiple tokens, right? The token enables anyone to create a money market for any token automatically and permissionlessly. Again, this is pretty much a common theme for any DeFi platform that's built on top of a decentralized blockchain. It allows for anyone to create money or anyone to create money markets in a fully automatic and permissionless manner, right? Beta is Beta Finance's native utility token and has the following current and planned functions. Again, just like any platform, they have the Beta token for their platform, and it has some functions within the network which we'll be covering right now. Staking incentives. Beta token holders will be able to stake their tokens on the platform and act as a backstop for covering shortfall events. So again, by holding Beta tokens, you are provided an opportunity to stake your Beta tokens within the platform, and this allows you to kind of like a backstop for all shortfall events, right? If you stake enough Beta tokens, you will be able to cover all your shorts, and that's a good thing, because if the price of the particular token that you're shorting reverses in price, you could get liquidated, and that's going to make you lose a lot of money really soon, right? But by staking beta tokens on the platform, you can backstop for all the covering shortfalls that you have, and it will definitely help you in covering your shortfalls, right? Beta holders who stake their tokens will receive a portion of the revenue generated by the protocol. Apart from not only helping you cover your shorts, you can also earn incentives by earning a small portion of their revenue by staking your beta tokens, right? So that's one of the main use cases of this token. Liquidity providers can stake their assets into the lending pools to enable borrowing and short selling. So again, if you provide liquidity to this token on Uniswap or some decentralized exchange, you can basically stake their assets into lending pools to enable borrowing and short selling. So you're basically providing a market, you're basically the market maker by providing liquidity and staking it in their lending pools, right? To incentivize these providers, given opportunity costs, liquidity providers will be eligible to receive beta tokens through a liquidity mining program adjusted based on a user's relative contribution and additional parameters. Again, yes, when you provide liquidity, you do face impermanent loss, and when the price of one of the tokens in the liquidity pool goes drastically up, you face significant impermanent loss and also lose the opportunity of making the gain because you're providing liquidity and your liquidity is kind of like not easily accessible, right? So in order to cover for that as well, and to incentivize people to provide liquidity, they're offering beta tokens for liquidity providers, which incentivizes liquidity provision within the platform, right? Apart from that, they also have a governance component to it. Again, every platform these days have a governance component to their native token. Similar to that, this token also is a governance token of this platform. So beta token holders will be able to participate and vote in governance proposals or process of the platform. So again, whenever the platform has a governance proposal or a process, you can definitely participate in it by holding the beta tokens, and you can vote on the future of the platform, right? Through governance, users can influence and modify product key features and key parameters of beta finance. Again, something which is straightforward. This will enable beta token holders to influence the direction of the protocol's development. Again, just like any platform that has a governance component, you can hold beta tokens and participate in the governance of their ecosystem, right? So beta finance consists of the following major components working in conjunction. So again, we just covered some of the main use cases of the beta token itself, and now we're going to go to the main components of this platform. So we have the most important tool that they're offering, which is the one-click short tool. So beta finance provides an integrated tool for allowing DeFi users to short sell in an atomic transaction. So again, the key word here is an atomic transaction, which means they're allowing atomic transactions to provide a one-click short tool in order to basically enable people to short instantaneously and easily, right? Users are able to view relevant metrics such as price impact, slippage, etc. directly on the interface and easily manage and update their positions on their dashboard. So just like any form of shorting exchange platform, you have a dashboard where you can manage key components. Similar to that, you can also do the same thing on beta finance using their one-click short tool. You can view several relevant metrics that will be useful to you to make the right decision, and directly directly on the interface and manage and update your positions accordingly, right? So that's fully possible thanks to the one-click short tool. Permissionless money markets. Beta finance will allow users to create a money market for any ERC20 token automatically. So again, when you take different tokens, ERC20 tokens, many platforms don't really allow you to become the market maker for different exotic tokens, but on beta finance you can basically create your own market by providing liquidity or you can automatically create a market for that within the Beta Finance platform, right? Anything from fractionalized NFTs to mature tokens can be listed on Beta Finance. Again, this is going to be a huge deal because usually in platforms, even popular platforms such as Uniswap, you really can't do a lot. You can't provide markets to several unique types of tokens. Fractionalized NFTs are also becoming more popular these days, especially with NFT craze, as well as making a bridge between NFT as well as tokenization. So NFTs that are fractionalized are also available to be market made on the Beta Finance platform. And apart from that, any mature tokens which are literally old or they don't really feel relevant these days can also be listed on Beta Finance, which is again something that is available for niche users or people who have a very specific interest in those kind of tokens, right? But that's pretty cool that it's allowing, this platform is allowing that to happen. Isolated collateral model. To support volatile assets, Beta Finance introduces an isolated collateral model where users are only liable for the collateral explicitly associated with a position. So again, this is a very subtle but very important information that you guys need to understand. So in order to support volatile assets, so they do know that there's going to be a lot of volatile assets that people are going to create a market for, and other people will try to short exotic tokens which are extremely volatile. For that, Beta Finance introduces an isolated collateral model. So you need to be aware of the isolated collateral model if you're trying to kind of short or play with volatile assets, because only users who are liable for users are only liable for their collateral explicitly associated with the position. So any collateral that you provide for a position, that is the only collateral that will be affected. You don't have to worry about other collaterals that you provided for lending, or even you borrowed collateral as well, right? So those kind of things will not be affected. Only the collateral that is explicitly associated with the position, right, will be liable if in case something goes wrong with your shorting position, right? So that's something that you guys need to be clearly understanding of. So the project has raised $2.75 million in USD from 2 rounds of private token sales, where 15% of the beta total token supply has been sold at 1.5 USD cents per beta token and 2.5 USD cents per beta token. So again, as you can clearly see, the Binance token sale price is 6 cents per token, but they have raised about $2.75 million in rounds through private token sales, where about 15% of the total token supply was sold for 1.5 cents and 2.5 cents per beta token respectively. So again, people who have gotten this token early on, good for you. All you need to do is just hold on to this token till the Binance listing, and then after it makes probably like 30 to 40x, or even sometimes if you're lucky, you could make even 100x gain. Then you can sell off on that, right? If you're planning to hold this for short term. But for people who are going to get it through the Binance Launchpad, you also still have a better chance of making a really good gain. Although if you had gotten in any of these private token sales, you could have gotten the token at 1.5 and 2.5 cents respectively, right? So that's pretty cool. As of September 29th, the total supply of beta tokens is 1 billion tokens, and the circulating supply upon listing will be 160 million beta tokens, which is 16% of the total token supply. So again, the token is not yet live in any exchanges yet. Despite that, the token will obviously pump, because obviously it's listed on it will get listed on Binance pretty soon. And once Binance lists it, I pretty much can guarantee that several other tier 1 exchanges and tier 2 exchanges will start listing this token, right? But if you see, the total token supply is 1 billion tokens, which is quite a bit of tokens, and there's about 160 million tokens in circulation immediately after the listing, which will be which will make it 16% of the total token supply in circulation, right? So those are some important metrics that you need to be aware of. So the thing that you need to also understand is that this token is not only going to be available on the Ethereum blockchain, it's also going to be available as a BEP20 token on the Binance Smart Chain blockchain. So it will be concurrently available on both blockchains simultaneously, and the total supply that will be in circulation after the Binance listing would be 16% of the total supply, and the total token supply itself will be 1 billion tokens. Binance Launchpad sale price would be 6 cents per token, right? Again, here they're talking more in detail about this token, which I'll let you guys do your own research into. I just want to quickly cover the total token allocation overall. And if you see, the Binance Launchpad sale gets 5% of the total supply, and seed sale was 10%, strategic sale was 5%, Alpha Finance Launchpad, which is a different launchpad, it also gets 5% of the token supply. Team and advisors get 20%, ecosystem growth is 35%, and liquidity mining is 20%, right? So they usually give a pie chart that will provide information on how the token supply is distributed, and they'll also provide a vesting schedule as well, which is something that we'll search for shortly. So if you see here, they are providing information on how much percentage is allocated within the teams itself. So you can look into these figures in detail if you want. So this is the pie chart that we're talking about, and this is the most important chart that we need to be understanding of, because it is a token that has a decent portion of the tokens allocated to the team members and advisors. So knowing the vesting schedule will always be good in order to invest before a project, before you get into a project, right? So again, if you see, the vesting schedule starts off pretty linearly. Initially, there is no real token allocation for the team and advisors, but it gradually increases, and by September 2022 and by November 2020, you can clearly see that the team has 5% of the tokens, whereas the liquidity mining provides 20% of the token supply, and it gradually increases after 2022 to 2023, and then the token becomes flat after 2025 June, and the token reaches a max point of 20% to the teams and advisors, which doesn't change, and then the ecosystem growth is basically what potentially increases in order to bring more action to this platform, right? So a pretty good token allocation and token vesting schedule, in my opinion, and I really like what I'm seeing. But again, you have to do your own research and be comfortable with whatever you see before you invest your money on this token, right? There's also information about their website and other platforms as well. So please go through the Binance research page for this token, because it's one of the best places to do a lot of research into before you participate in the Binance Launchpad, Launchpad program, right? So again, when it comes to price predictions, again, I'm thinking that this token has a potential chance of crossing the 10 cents per token immediately after it's listed, and I believe that this token can even cross the 15 cents, because I think with all the regulatory pressures from multiple countries on Binance, people who are forced to kind of like not participate on Binance Launchpad will get excluded, and this will give a lot of opportunity for people who are eligible to participate in certain countries that don't really have a very strict regulations for crypto exchanges. So those people are definitely in anticipation of this this kind of launchpad. They're probably buying a lot of BNB tokens, and you can easily see in the upcoming days a spike in the BNB token price itself because of the direct implication of the launchpad itself, and this has happened multiple times in the past as well, right? And since this token is available as an ERC20 and BEP20 token, most people would prefer the BEP20 version, and once Binance has listed this token is going to skyrocket, crossing the 10 cents easily, but it can easily cross 15 cents as well if we are lucky, right? And that's going to be a really good gain for a lot of people who are getting into this. And if we are luckier, we can even cross the 20 cents mark before crashing back down. But that's kind of like the short-term price range for me, price prediction for me. I would say probably if we are more luckier, we'll be able to cross the 15-20 cents range before coming back down. But if you're unlucky, we'll definitely at least cross the 10 cent range easily per token, and that will be something that will be still a good gain nonetheless, right? but I feel like there is going to be a lot of chances that this token may not get a lot of traction because it's technically offering something which a lot of people will hesitate to invest in anyway, because people who want to long or short cryptocurrencies, they'll prefer to do it in a very safe centralized environment instead of using a decentralized environment, which makes it even more riskier. So with that, along with the total token supply being 1 billion tokens, and the kind of like current circulation is 16 to, it's going to be somewhere between 16 to 20% immediately after launch, and that's still kind of like a low token, which is going to make the price move a little bit more sideways for the midterm, mid to short term. But I feel like this token can easily pump if in case the traction for this platform is consistent and a lot of people start using this platform, right? I feel like the borrowing and lending will be something that people can easily partake, depending on whether the lending interest rates are significantly better than other platforms. But until that happens, I don't think this platform will have a lot of hope in the future, because there's a lot of competition from several platforms that want to become a borrowing and lending platform themselves. So this token has a lot of chance to get buried amongst the other platforms which are doing a lot more significant innovation compared to this platform. But again, that being said, I'm not going to take a pessimistic option on this, because Binance is definitely supporting this platform, and the liquidity that it's going to get from Binance is definitely going to help boost the price of this token up, right? But nonetheless, for the short term, this token is definitely going to pump. It can easily cross the 10 cents to 15 cents range per token, and if you're lucky, it can even go all the way up to 20 cents per token, right? Which is a pretty good gain if you ask me, and that's a short term approach that I'm going to take. But for long term, I just need to wait and see if this platform is offering some good rates that is definitely attracting people and getting a lot of total value locked accumulated into this platform. That's what I would want to see if I want to invest in this token for the long term, right? But again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.